What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Troy Yeager, and we are back again, guys. Another one, back again with another net video. Today, we gotta talk about Seth freaking Rollins. It has been confirmed that he has now relinquished the World Heavyweight Championship this Monday Night Raw by Adam Pearce. Now, you guys obviously know last week Braun Breaker betrayed Seth Rollins along with the rest of the division. Now, this approach, right, this pivot, it's barring none. I think we can all agree that it was most desperately needed. Because let's not lie to ourselves. The Vision was surefirely a great faction. It could have had a lot of potential. But there was just so much going on. There was just so much wrong with the Vision that it seemed almost impossible to believe this faction as a credible faction. First and foremost, the number one key problem was Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins just simply did not click. They did not vibe at all. They were not a Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. They weren't a CM Punk and Paul Heyman. They weren't a Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. They didn't gel together. Seth did not listen to Paul Heyman whatsoever, even though the whole premise of Seth Rollins having Paul Heyman in there was to advise him. He was literally called the Oracle, and you refused to listen to the Oracle, which is funny in of itself. Seth Rollins has just not been positioned as that guy, like, at all. We can all agree that Seth Rollins is one of the best professional wrestlers in pro wrestling to date, but there's just no doubt about it that he was just never going to be the main guy of the company. I know that's harsh to say, but it's just a reality that we have come across time and time again. Evident to this whole thing was back in 2019 when he became Universal Champion, when he was at the forefront of WWE. Then everything went amok with the storylines, with the Becky Lynch situation, with the Fiend situation, with the numerous tweets that he's been posting online, making himself look petty and all that stuff. It really did not paint a good picture on Seth Rollins. So he spent the next couple of years trying to redeem himself, and that he did. And he also redeemed himself by playing a pivotal role in the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns storyline. He was the MVP of WrestleMania 40, hands down. Hence why they rewarded him the win in the triple threat match at this year's main event in Night 1 against Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Then that's when he aligned himself with Paul Heyman. Then he went on to form a faction. He recruited Braun Breaker. He recruited Bronson Reed, and they stood as a unit. After that, Seth freaking Rollins went on to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Do tell, people were not happy at first, but they learned to accept it because WWE was planning on making Seth Rollins the next guy of the company, the next big guy of the company. Even though we all knew that Cody Rhodes was still technically the face of the company. You see the dynamics here? They tried to make him the main guy, but it just didn't work out. He was still playing second fiddle to John Cena even, and he's in his current final year of active in-ring competition. Seth Rollins ended up making a pivotal choice by having an injury storyline play a pivotal role in his world title win when he cashed in on CM Punk at SummerSlam Night 1. The injury storyline started at Saturday Night's main event when he was facing LA Knight. Then people online started to say that it was a work. They didn't believe it, and that was absolutely true. We didn't believe it, and then Seth Rollins actually did it. Cashed in on CM Punk, he won the World Heavyweight Championship. And after that, things started to come together for the Vision. Title defense after title defense. And in those times of the title defenses, he's always pinned CM Punk, and it started to look good. Until Crown Jewel came, when he went face to face with his ultimate demon of his past, Cody Rhodes, who he has never beaten before in a one-on-one match, and was looking to redeem himself with a victory over Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship. Even though the whole event was centered around the Crown Jewel Championship, there was also a story behind it. There was also a factor. This storyline, this match with Cody Rhodes was the make or break moment for the Vision. Because if Seth Rollins lost in this match, then the Vision was going to lose all respect for him. The Paul Heyman was going to lose all respect to him. They even had a conversation about it. That what if I lose? Then Paul Heyman would have told him that I would question why I picked you over Roman Reigns, and that really set him off. Then the match happened. Then Seth Rollins finally won the match, but not at the cost of something even greater. In the middle of that match, Seth Rollins injured himself, injured his shoulder, and ended up having to pivot from this moment. It was inevitable. It was cooked. It was done. You know what I'm saying though? You know what's so funny? He started this entire world title reign with a fake injury, and his entire title reign ended with a real injury. The karma is just absolutely insane, which causes them to pivot to Braun Breaker portraying Seth Rollins last week on Monday Night Raw. It was a shocking moment, but it was a move that needed to be done because they needed to pivot. Seth Rollins has now been officially relinquished from the title, stripped off the title, and where to go from here now. But we need to talk about Seth Rollins for a second. No matter how many times, how many iterations, how many gimmicks that he's had, how many factions he's been in, he's just not positioned as the main guy. The fans has not seen him in that the fans themselves, even me, I don't see him as the main guy of WWE simply because he just doesn't have that main guy energy. His promo work is great. His promo work I should probably not lie, it has its moments. Ever since the whole Vision thing, he started becoming a little bit too repetitive with his promos, talking about he's the future and how in every match he's ever been in is for the future of the industry, blah blah blah, and all that stuff, which has become so repetitive it's literally giving me a headache, literally right now as I'm speaking about it. It made him corny, you know what I'm saying? Even though some people would say that Cody Rhodes is more cornier than him, it's pretty evident along the line that Cody Rhodes, regardless of that, is still positioned as the face of the company, not Seth. It really is unfortunate to know that this is probably the one time where Seth Rollins would actually feel like a main star again. The main guy, the main star of WWE, but because of this injury, they've now pivoted to the whole Braun Breaker situation. And also evident to the World Heavyweight title situation. As you guys obviously know, CM Punk will now be facing Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. And that is a whole video in of its own, but I'm not going to get into it and talk about Seth Rollins. Where to go from here? Seth Rollins, once he comes back, he cannot under any circumstances turn babyface. He needs to keep his same gimmick. He needs to, because quite frankly, he works really well as an anti-hero. He needs to be still on people's beat. He needs to still be beefing with everybody. He cannot change under any circumstances. He needs to start redeeming himself. And stop this whole quota on being the future of the company when you're literally 40 years old, bro. But other than that, it's really unfortunate that to know that this is probably Seth Rollins' entire future. And he's just not going to be positioned as the main guy. Who knows, until like, it's literally over, man. You cannot be positioned as the face of the company when you're literally 4 years old. Yes, Cody Rhodes is almost 40 himself. Oh, wait, is he 40? But that's besides the point. We need to understand that Seth Rollins, as much as he is absolutely phenomenal, he's just not gonna be the guy. Probably never again. Because who knows what will happen with this injury situation that happened. Will they put him back in the main event picture? Will they give him the world title back? Who knows? But it's been your boy Troy Yeager. I'm planning on trying to at least pull in like 2 more videos from here, but hey, it's to be determined. I got exams coming up, but hey, you know what I'm saying? No, at least I got y'all this video. So sad for Seth Rollins, man. Without further ado, man, it's been your boy Troy Yeager. Please like, subscribe if you will. Thank you so much for 40 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of you. Let's get 40 more so we can get to 80. Let's get 40 more even to get to 100. You know what I'm saying, though. But without further ado, it's been your boy Troy Edgar. Deuces.